We just tuned into the Etheria Restart live stream where we learned so much about this game, and I want to bring you guys through some of the highlights that I took from that live stream, because this game is going to be incredible, and I'm even more excited about it now than I was prior to watching the stream. Before I go any further though, I need to thank Etheria Restart for sponsoring today's video, and if you want to get yourself pre-registered to play as soon as possible, make sure you go to the link in the description of the video and check that out because, well, yeah, you can get yourself on that list. First thing I want to mention is that this game is launching on June 5th. It's gonna be global. You can all play at that point in time on Steam, PC, and mobile devices, which is actually incredible. I'll be playing on all platforms and putting out videos on a brand new channel that I created called, yeah, guys, you guessed it, it's called Etheria Restart. Go to that channel right now and subscribe. I'll be leaving my link in the description of this video. Something else I really liked is that the game is heavily PvP focused. Now, I play a lot of turn-based strategy games, but most of them are very focused on PvE. But here with Etheria Restart, it's a ton of PvP focus, which really makes me excited for the game. Additionally, from May 5th through May 16th, there's gonna be a beta, and this beta is gonna be testing out monetization inside of the game, where it's gonna just see how the whole system works. More on that in a few minutes. But the cool thing is, it's gonna be wiped, right, because it's a beta, but then you get that refunded back to the game for when you play in real time when it actually launches on June 5th. Those funds are coming back to you with more in addition to that as well. So you're basically getting extra money for the money you spend. So it's a win if you ask me. And there's gonna be around 50 characters on launch, which is incredible. I actually like that there's not gonna be 700 where we're gonna be overwhelmed, but there's also not gonna be just 10 where we're all playing the same champions in arena. I like this better. Now I wanna give you guys a few highlights of things that I heard throughout the interview session that is gonna give you some information. And one of those is that no dupes are needed for upgrading your heroes. I mean, you do, I believe, need dupes to upgrade them, but it's not gonna be an upgrade that's so substantial that free-to-play players that have a hard time getting these duplicates are gonna be missing out on. It's small incremental damage and stuff like that. So I actually like this feature. And along with it came a lot of discussion regarding how they are very conscious of free-to-play players and they want the experience to be just as good for free-to-play players as it is for spenders inside of the game. And I loved when they said that there's going to be no champions needed to be used as food. I absolutely hate upgrading food champions and having to put them into other champions to get the higher champions up or the levels up. I don't like that mechanic. It's daunting, it's heavy. Here in Etheria Restart, you're gonna be able to do PvE activities, gain rewards from that, and those rewards are the materials used to upgrade. So smart. Why hasn't this been thought of before? It literally just allows you to upgrade with the materials that you farm. I love it. Good job. And man, they're taking this to the competitive scene. Now, you guys know I love esports. I used to do casting for Clash of Clans, Brawl Stars, PUBG Mobile, all of these games, esports casting on stage, and absolutely loved it. Hearing that Etheria Restart is going to be heavy inside of esports is actually incredible. And they're going to have weekly tournaments on the weekends that you can participate in. So I really love this element. We don't see it in turn-based strategy, but we're going to see it in Etheria Restart, and it's going to be the jam. Now, I mentioned before about the team being really conscious about free-to-play players versus spenders. They are very understanding that most players are either low spenders or free-to-play players, but they also are very conscious about the balance of the game. So what we see now in the genre is a new hero comes out and suddenly it's going to be so much stronger than everything out there that everyone has to get it to be able to be competitive. But here, they don't want that to happen. They want the new heroes that come out to be as balanced and on, just to work and synergize well with the ones existing in the game, which tells us that they're going to try to avoid power creep inside of Etheria Restart. Meaning, if we unlock a champion on day 1, those champions are still going to be relevant on year 3. I like that. At least that's the idea going in. Of course, organically, naturally, a small amount of power creep comes through, but I really like that it's not going to be so heavy that it's going to be a unplayable experience for someone that's trying to use those heroes. And the team doesn't want PvP to be everyone playing the same 5 heroes. that gets boring, right? You want to be able to have an arsenal of heroes that we can use and choose between with different team synergies for different PvP battles. Again, not something that this genre is really great at, but they're going to be working on making it great here. So what can we anticipate? That if there are, say, 50-ish heroes on launch, a lot of them have focus on PvP and are going to be relevant in that PvP arena and the live arena. So for me, I'm pretty stoked about that. I love that it's not going to be the same 5 or the same 10 champions, and that we're going to be able to go in and really enjoy all the champions that we have. Because you know me, guys, I love PvP and turn-based strategy. And while I was streaming, a lot of people were asking about clans. Well, clans are going to be in Etheria Restart, but they're going to be called unions. And this is going to be great because friends can be in these unions together and participate in different PvE events, different events going on inside of the game, level up together, progress together, and really bring in that social element that I think, honestly, every game, no matter what the genre is, needs. So those are 10 different things that Etheria Restart is doing that I think they are doing, making this game-changing to the genre. And I didn't even talk about how the heroes look so incredible. Their kits look incredible as well. Did I just say incredible twice? I think I did. Either way, the graphics inside of the game are beast mode, and the music that we were hearing throughout the live stream, bringing us into that realm, I absolutely loved. It just was on fire. So throughout this video, you saw some moments from the live stream. I'll be linking the full live stream in the description of this video as well, in case you want to see every single moment and not have missed out on anything that was happening. And in addition to that, I know that you guys want to be there playing alongside of me. I'll have a union inside of the game that I'm sharing all the details to in my other channel, Echo Etheria Restart. So make sure you go over there to subscribe, so when my union is created, you have basically that personal touch invite right there for you, so we can play together and have a lot of fun. Pre-register for the game with the QR code or my link in the description. And guys, make sure that you have as much hype about this one as I do. Thanks again to Etheria Restart for sponsoring the video.